Good evening everybody, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Good evening. Alexa, what's the time please?
The time is 8:57 p.m.
My name is Crystal and I've had a bit of a stressful day today. Emotionally drained, I feel tired. Sometimes you would like just to share your life with somebody, but you can't because the way my life has panned out. I was married for 18 years and the marriage broke up. I have had several on and off relationships which ended in 2016 because if I'd have stayed with the person concerned, then I would have been controlled and manipulated, and I might not have even got this far with my life. So I'm glad that I ended the relationship. Now I could have continued on the rocky road that I was going, meeting up with men that were abusing me, using me, and then just feeling shit about myself. And I decided to put an end to it. And I'd rather be alone and single than with somebody that is an alcoholic or a drug addict or worse, who is just gonna kick me about and mistreat my pets, okay? I'm at an age now, right, where I'm perfectly satisfied by myself. I don't need to be babysit. And I don't need to be dragged into shit, right? So just because you see somebody that's on their own and single, it doesn't mean they're unhappy and lonely. It means that they're satisfied with their life and they're quite happy, but yeah, they would accept company, but they want the company that they want, not drugs, drink and sex, right? So there's young people that laugh at older people. They laugh at older women, right? Oh, nobody wants them, they're old. Oh, you're 70, you shouldn't be doing this and doing that. Instead of feeling sympathy for them and helping them, they think it's funny to mock people that have lost husbands, that have actually gone through things that these young people just don't understand, right? I went to a Christian school and I was taught to help other people, to be nice and kind, like to give baskets of food to the elderly. That's how I was taught at a Christian school. Not to take the piss out of people that have been through things. And I think this world is in a disgusting, diabolical state. And if the future generation is like this now, what's the generation before that going to be like? So, I've got an elderly mum, and I'm trying to look after my elderly mother and keep my elderly mother, try and cheer her up. We even listened to music today. We listened to a bit of Billy Joel, Piano Man, and a bit of light-hearted banter after a bit of a serious conversation. Put some music on. So I went up to see my mum, and she showed me that her washing line had been broken and her trellis. And a trellis is where it's a garden ornament type thing that's on the wall and your plants climb up it. and my mum's trellis has been broken, and so is the washing line. So I'm going to get my mum a washing line, and next time I go up there I'm going to fix her washing line. She turned around to me and said, don't worry about it, and I'm going to mend her washing line. So people break things, they break things, and it's, you know, trying to cause arguments and make out it's me when it's not going to get anyone anywhere, because you keep, even on a washing line, if someone's they put their fingerprints on it, do you know that you can put your fingerprints on a piece of paper? Forensics can actually extract fingerprints from a piece of paper. So if someone did cut my mother's washing line, their fingerprints would have been on it as well. So whoever's cutting things up and breaking things, unless you've done it with a pair of gloves, your fingerprints are going to be on the offending article. That's why I did not pick up the spanner on the floor yesterday. But I took photographs of it and where it was, even though it was gone this morning. Yep, you can leave fingerprints on a piece of paper. So, I stayed with my mum, and my mum ordered a taxi about, must have been 4:15, and we waited and waited for the taxi, waited and waited for it, and it didn't turn up. So my mum, she said, let me see where the taxi's gone. So she phoned the same taxi company up, and they said, oh, the taxi came and then it went away. There was no taxi there. There was no taxi that turned up at all. And I thought, here we go, taxi companies playing silly buggers again. And I just wanted to get home. I'd left my pets behind. I was worried about Max. I've got an elderly cat, and I have to shut the windows when I leave the flat. So they were stuck in the flat with the windows shut, and I wanted to get home. So, because the taxi lady had said, oh, it's on its way right now. So I had my bags by my mum's door, and I was waiting and waiting for half an hour. There was no taxi. I didn't hear or see one. And my mum rang up the taxi rank again, and my mum said, well, can you send another one, please? And a Polish guy arrived. Polish, very polite, and they've got these cars where I can open the back myself and put my own bags in the back. So that's what I did. I put my own bags in the back, and I took my own bags out. I'm not a young woman. No, I'm not. I'm good at hiding things, like everybody else that's got pains and they've got problems and you don't want everybody to know about them. Well, I'm good at hiding stuff. I'm going to moan and complain. If someone wants to push and shove me around like I'm 20 years old when I'm 30 years older, go ahead. So the Polish guy, there was a bit of like a traffic blockage at Luton Road near the Hen and Chickens pub, and he had to go up towards the hospital and then go around and go down Chatham Hill, and it took ages and ages and ages to get home. And then the taxi driver dropped me off. I paid the driver and I came into my flat and I've got post. I've got post. And had I been in my flat on my own and I hadn't seen my mum for a week and really haven't chatted with Kim for ages, and you sit on your own, yeah? So what was my post been? It would have been on my own, watching people outside the window, a lot younger than me. 14 years of Tory chaos is costing us all. And Liz Truss's face. Look at Liz Truss's double chin and her big open mouth, like she's laughing her head off. Liz Truss, who shook hands with the Queen before she died, didn't she? Rishi Sunak and Liz Truss. Since 2019, Tory chaos has cost you £5,883. Vote Labour, Thursday, 4th of July. And there's Boris Johnson drinking a glass of wine. Piece of crap. Another piece of crap. Vote for Reform UK on July the 4th. Stop the boats. Make work pay. Zero waiting lists. Freeze immigration. Britain needs reform. Candidate Daniel Dabin, constituency Rochester and Stroud. I don't think anybody's got what it takes to run this country. No, I don't, and I don't even know if I'll be voting this year at all. Because do you know all it is now? They're all on the telly, aren't they? They're all advertising themselves on the TV. And don't you think they get paid for advertising themselves in their big houses with their big wages? I'm not interested in any of them. South Indian cuisine. 119 Trafalgar Road, Greenwich, London. Greenwich. 66 High Street, Gillingham. Home delivery. Available within 4 miles. South Indian cuisine. And Freedom Family Nation, vote Peter Birch, Rochester and Stroud. Vote Peter Birch. And you notice towards the voting day, they're all dressed smartly, they're all canvassing for everybody, and then when you voted, it's like fuck off, isn't it? Last of all, I think this is my bubble hair dye. This is from the Long Gang district, Shenzhen, and it should say Guangdong, but it's got dog on it. It's actually got the word dog on this package, dog. This is my bubble hair dye, coffee. It's this hair dye lasts longer, and it's less. It stays on longer, and it's better than normal hair dye. And I get it from China. And you can't read a word of it, but it tells you how to put it on. It's bubble hair dye, and it's absolutely fantastic. And it lasts longer than normal hair dye. And it's more shinier as well. So you just put it on your hair and rub it in and wash it off. It's brilliant. So that would have been my poster had I been on my own today. The games people play regarding what I look like, I couldn't give a fuck. I'm not a fucking dog. I mean, a dog. A dog is man's best friend, and Snoop Dogg is famous. You know, that's all you're gonna do, is draw attention to me. You know, Snoop Dogg is famous, isn't he? Big black guy, and I grew up with Snoop Dogg. He's a fantastic fella. There's nothing wrong with being called a dog. Ask Snoop Dogg. He's fucking famous, isn't he? These are pathetic monsters, and what they do, it's sexual bullying, which means if they deprive you of everything, they think that you're going to go out and fucking be desperate and take anything you can grab hold of. No thank you. I'm quite happy with my life. I'm not a fucking dog. You should see some of the people that fucking walk down the street and look at their faces and their legs, and for my age I think I look pretty decent, and I will continue to think and believe that, rather than a bunch of cowardly wankers that can't say it to your face. Just do it underhand and behind your back, right? They should be ashamed of themselves for what they let happen to me and my mother. Absolutely ashamed of themselves. And no person would I vote for, because when my dad was allowed to get away with what he did, who was running the fucking country then? Who was in charge of the country in 1967? Was it Tory? Was it Labour? Was it was it? Who was it? Because it's all fucking shite, isn't it? It's all bollocks and shite. They're not doing it for the country, they're doing it for themselves. And it's all getting into the fucking television and the newspapers and the magazines with their smiley white teeth and their big grins, and they don't give a fuck about anybody but themselves. All of them. Just look outside, here where I live, right now. Somebody has vandalised the Rochester Riverside building. They've pulled the C off Rochester. The C, the letter C. Do you know the Queen worked hard for this country? She ruled this country and she ruled it well, right? When she died, this country's gone to pot. Who's in charge? Satan? Who's in charge? Who's ruling this country? Look at the fucking state of it. And what did our Queen work hard for it to turn to shit? Don't fucking hate on me. I'm nobody, aren't I? I'm fucking nobody. What are you hating on me for? Stop being self-obsessed with your fucking looks and your fucking clothes, and fucking do something to help this country before it goes down the proverbial toilet pan. One person can't do it by themselves. See you later.